Alright, hello and welcome guys. This is Fate Undiscovered Realms walkthrough, and we are going to go ahead and get it going. We start off in this giant overworld place, and then we introduce to these different portals, which are like different worlds that we can go into. So we're going to go ahead into that, and then we're going to talk to the shopkeepers and try to get some quests. And I go ahead and get a couple on level 2. I should have probably waited until they're all level 1, but that's okay. So if some of you guys, if you guys liked my Fate walkthrough for the original game, the Fate, this is the Undiscovered Realms, so this is the second game in the series. There are a total of 4, which I will eventually get to all of them. This is I've never played Undiscovered Realms personally until I did the series, and it's very similar to Fate series. In fact, most of the models are the same. The overworld music on the main area there is the same town grove music. And we're just going around talking to merchants and kind of seeing what they have to offer. You can see me go into the shops, and a lot of this is edited. Honestly, there is so much item manipulation and just menuing and inventory management in Fate. Probably more of that than actual combat sometimes. That is the main Temple of Fate, which is like our hub. And then these portals lead off into a different world. So we get 2 to start with. And I chose the forest portal we have to get to level 26, and we can reset like that. So it has a lot of the same quirks that the first game does, and you see me exiting out and entering in the world again, because that will reset the merchants and quest offering. So if you don't like the quest you're offered, you can simply reset it, which is awesome. So why even offer that? Anyway, this guy got me confused right here, this little Merlin ward, because these guys are like friendly neutral enemies, or friendly neutral characters that are inside the dungeons, which just walk around and do damage to enemies. So that's really cool. That's something new they added to the game that Fate did not have. And we're off to the races here on the first world. We're going to be running around and trying to beat the first quest. We bought a fishing pole, and that's about it. We got our axe to start with, and I got a little pole, but I choose the axe instead because it has better DPS. And I didn't know exactly what I wanted to build my character. I didn't know if I wanted to go like a mage, or like maybe a dual wielder critical hit character. And I eventually just started with mage, but you'll see that in a little bit. And just do a little bit of fishing here. I edited out most of the waiting on the fishing because it's just kind of slow and boring, but a lot of the mechanics, like I said, are similar. And yes, charm magic appears to be just as busted in this game as it was in the Fate original, so we'll be using that. Making lots of money obviously is good for fishing. You can simply fish until you have an artifact, and then sell it for insane cash. Early on, that's not going to be as important because we're prioritizing levels, and anything we buy we won't really be able to wield anyway, so we'll go ahead and do this. Also, one thing, notice this like crazy beetle thing my pet just turned into. Well, this guy has like the worst collision AI I've ever seen in the game, so he will get clipped onto just about anything. And you can see him walking at like a snail's pace to me. He's actually getting clipped on pretty much every obstacle in the entire game, so he does very little fighting for me, and I guess I will eventually transform into something more useful, but we are going to explore this first level here. You can see the map on the bottom left-hand side. The little blue icon indicates the stairs to go up, which we just did, went back to the town, and the red indicates the portal to go back down. So we are trying to cash in our quest here, and we're looking for another quest. I also go ahead and just sell the buckler we found, which was unidentified level 40. Do I sell it or do I keep it? I might keep it for a while. Yeah, just selling off some potions, and we will probably hold on to the buckler since it is the best item that we have right now. And we get a book because books are useful. Only scrolls are single uses, which are just kind of a waste of inventory space. You might as well get a book instead. So get that right off the bat, along with the fishing pole. And then we'll just go ahead and head back to the main level there. I do reset to try to get another level 2 quest, I believe. And then we will be off to the races. Yep, there we go, level 2 quest. And we are now full on quest. You can only have 3 at a time. That does not change from the original game. And here we go back. We've already cleared out the first floor, so on to the second floor.
You have completed a quest.
Now you will notice that I went ahead and reset the quest before I entered this next level. That is very important in this game because once you go to a floor, you will not be able to get quests on that floor. So if I'm level 2 I can get quests from level 3 if I haven't gone to level 3 yet. But I cannot get quests from level 2 anymore. So ideally, you always want 3 quests on each floor, and that'll give you the maximum number of quests possible to kind of maximize your experience and money that you could potentially earn. So you see me dump all my points into magic here, and I was amazed at how fast I gained experience this first couple levels. Absolutely flew by, and you will see that here in a minute. We're gonna get into some fights. Very slow at first because all we have is a little hatchet, but these floating mines here, we will be killing them pretty soon. Casting some spells on me. There we go, level 2, or level 3 actually. And then another level. Just flying by here. And then keep fighting these things very slow. Again, we're not doing a lot of damage early on. Our dexterity is very low. And right off the bat we get level. So crazy how fast those first couple levels flew by. If you remember from the Fate series original, it took significantly longer, and here it's just instant points. We had a ton of points to dump into magic, so we went ahead and did that. Level 40 magic is the critical level, because that will give you the charm magic. And really, we just want to get some charm creatures. I just perished there. I wasn't paying attention to my health, but it didn't really matter because I needed to get to back to the home grove anyway, so cash in our quest here. And then try to get a level 3 quest, and we cash in that one as well. And I'll probably do a little bit of resetting to get to level 3 quest. Just more menuing here. We're going to sell off some items we found. I'm not going to do bows, so we can sell that off. And then we'll also sell off our pickaxe because we will probably not be leveling up strength very much either. So. And then we're looking for some good charm magic to use. Gonna get a reset, and do we get a good one? Yes, we do. Timberwolves and swords are awesome. We go with the swords for now.
You have learned a new spell.
And that's when our power level starts to dramatically spike once you get your first couple good charm spells. So you can see that is an example right there of resetting the game. You just simply click escape, save and exit, and then re-enter the game. And we were looking for a good offensive spell, and we found one with the fireball. Also got a couple items that we can wear just to give us a little more armor. And you'll have to let me know how you like these playthroughs. I'm still kind of on the fence in terms of editing this video. I'm like, what do I cut out and what do I leave in? I've been cutting out a lot of just walking around the town, as you can see, just because it's really boring.
You have received the quest.
If you see me jump around, that's because I just cut out a lot of walking and resetting.
Good day to you.
We're still trying to get a level 3 quest, which we eventually do. There we go.
The task.
And it will be back into the dungeon with us. Gonna clear out level 3. Go down one more set of stairs there, right over where the red arrow is pointing down. You can see on the map. And once we enter level 3, we will no longer be able to get level 3 quests. So we died, which means we have to clear out level 2. Well, we were on level 2 and we died, so we're gonna go back to level 2 and make our way to level 3 eventually. And I don't know, look at our pet. It's just like slowly walking towards the enemies, and it doesn't do anything useful for us because it gets clipped on everything. So I don't know. Some of these pets are really silly. Like, why make a pet something transform into something absolutely useless? You know, it's like, why have a fish that does that? But thankfully our floating swords are doing all the damage. They're hitting very accurately, and hitting very hard too. So that solves all of our problems for now. You will fill up inventory like that very quickly, and you see I'm transporting it all to my pet, so he can be our little pack mule. I'm also discovering some of the magical stuff, but level 1 undiscovers don't really give you that much money. Just doing a little bit of menuing, got our staff, and we'll try to slowly become a mage that we always want to be. But yeah, there's some menuing. I'll try to cut the menuing down to a minimal, so you won't see too much of it, but you are going to see me pick up a lot of items. Eventually, you really don't want to mess around too much with items, especially the common stuff that just takes up spots in your inventory. Because, well, it doesn't sell for very much, and you'll just spend like years and years doing item manipulations to get a couple more gold. There's really no point in doing that. It's just kind of silly. But here's a first Fate statue. We get to fight this Wraith Crusher, this giant bug thing. And it is fairly tanky, but does not do a lot of damage, so pretty easy kill, give us a nice chunk of experience, and we are very close to getting leveled up again. So let's just continue this the second floor. I like to explore the area as much as I can, like get every little thing uncovered, so any bit of the map that you can see isn't completely uncovered. We want to try to explore because it could be something really good that we walked past. And 26 again is the magic level for this particular world, so I think other worlds vary a little bit. But
in experience and skill.
there's a boss we gotta fight. Summon some more swords,
You have gained.
and there we go. Easy quest down.
You have completed the quest.
Now, before we go into level 3, we're gonna go and clear up all the level 2 quests, and then go back and cash them out
Your pack is full.
to try to get maximum level 3 quests. So always do that, I recommend, for this for the first few levels, because that'll give you a lot of experience and money. And just a little bit more inventory management there to get some more spots cleared up. And we are making our way to the 40 magic. Gonna be putting our points of the charm. And I was debating on, kind of what to do, but I decided spellcasting and charm was gonna be really important. And then we'll also want to put a few points into the offensive magic as well, but getting those charm levels is so useful. So we will do that. So just clearing out the rest of this floor, and we will be getting on to the 3rd floor.
You are overburdened.
I may, in the future, I may not talk about like
cannot
every little
carry
thing I do.
anymore.
I try not to, fill the inventory with, fill this with constant talking. I do want you guys to kind of sit back and enjoy the video as well. So you'll have to let me know how much talking is too much talking. I try not to, I want to give you an idea of what's going on without doing just constant dialogue dumps on you. So. We shall see. More swords being summoned. I'm just going to be walking around freaking crates. For this first video, obviously I'll be talking quite a bit, just because give you guys an idea of what's going on and the things to come. So we'll be doing a playthrough of this, and it shouldn't take terribly long. I will try to get this editing down to where you're only going to see relevant and stuff, and to keep it as exciting as possible. I probably won't show you every little possible thing. You can see there's a lot of walking around through dungeons, being the dungeon crawler that it is, and then a lot of inventory manipulation. But I'll show you the highlights, and then you can, maybe see a sped up version of what's going on. But for the most part, this episode's pretty raw, other than, of course, the menuing and the shops. You'll be able to see me walking around these first floor, just clearing out everything. We're not trying to speedrun it, although we are going to be doing
Your
charm magic,
stamina is low.
which definitely is kind of overpowered, in my opinion. And that's pretty much the 2nd floor done. There's a little bit over here we have to explore. And there's a couple more enemies we can kill off.
You cannot carry anymore.
But we're not, as you can see, we've already kind of stopped picking up a
You
lot
are
of the
refreshed.
just common items, just because they give practically no gold. And it just fills up your inventory so fast. The gold balance in this game is so skewed towards, rare, valuable items,
Granted
that it's
new
almost not
skills.
worth picking up a lot of the cheap stuff. Except very early into the game. But you'll see me
You are
do a lot less of
exhausted.
that later on. Stamina is gone, so by default I set it to just constantly be running. We hit level 40 magic, and we're going to put some points into vitality as well, to make us a little bit harder to kill. And then spellcasting and charm magic is still a priority. So slowly making our way over to the stairs to go down. And instead of going down immediately, we're going to go ahead and create a portal and go back to town.
You step into the portal.
And that was not an edit, by the way. That is literally how fast it takes to load. So pretty quick. I'm gonna dump all our junk here, cash in those quests, get some new quests, rinse,
You have
repeat. You know how it
learned a new
goes.
spell.
I'm gonna have to learn the identify spell for the charm, and eventually just sell off the helmet just to get a little bit more money. Alright, more menuing. Let's keep it moving. Anything, the guys you see with the yellow exclamation points, that means you have a quest that you can cash in. The guys you see with the white exclamation point means that you have a potential quest that you can accept. And I just sold off my pet's inventory as well. I clicked my pet to move towards the vendor, but because it's a snail, it moves so slow that it's easier for me just to do it myself to transfer items. And we check for level
You
3,
have
we accept
received
that
the
one.
quest.
And we should be loaded up now. Gonna get some more charm magic. Got the Timberwolf spell, which is also, I think, the best spell we can wield right now for charm magic. And we did get the the
You
charm
have learned a new
enemy
spell.
as well, which was a really important one. So, a little bit more. We're gonna do a little bit of gambling here. Got some disciplines robes, initiates robes, and we're looking for a cool hat as well. So I think I like that one a little more. The robe gives you a little more bonuses, and
You enter the portal.
go back to the portal. Please get down there. Gonna give my pet some more fish here.
Your pet has been transformed.
And he gets another snail. Oh, why the snail? A little tip, by the way, for those of you who are doing charm magic like me. Summon your stuff back at the town and heal. That way, and replenish your stamina before you enter the grove or into the dungeon. It just saves you so much mana. We got these cool opals there. They give you massive 30% electrical resistance. But I found out during this first episode that there is no bank. So unlike the first one where you get this giant chest where you can store all your cool stuff, there is nothing like that in this game. So you cannot actually store any items. Get this shrine we're gonna fight. This is kind of like a mini boss. Anything that has a special name on it like that is like basically a boss that you get to fight. So this guy will summon, I think he summons rats and just does lots of area damage. Fairly easy though, you just let our swords do all the work, and HP will slowly drop down. Getting goon there.
Cat has grown more skilled. You have completed the quest.
Nice. Our snail pet is basically useless, but that's okay. We'll get another fish room sooner or later. I'm surprised there were no fishing spots in all of these pools, but I guess we'll try next time. Lots of death caps. We're not really doing a lot of damage with our club, with our pole, but our swords are doing massive damage, so that's good for us. So we're gonna clean up these enemies and try to get this floor cleared out. You'll see me just run around and collect stuff.
You cannot carry anymore. You are overburdened.
Anyway, more item manipulation there. Pick up a couple extra things. It'd probably be worth just sending our pet back to the town to have him sell it manually, or automatically rather. But I choose to just manipulate mandatory since I know I'm going to be going back pretty soon. The lightning is our offensive spell. So this on the bottom right-hand corner of the screen where it says F3, that is our spell we have currently active. Usually you want to summon your stuff and then switch to your offensive spell. And that's what we did here. So it doesn't do a ton of damage yet because we don't have very many points into the offensive magic tree. But it will do much more damage than our pole will, so we'll prioritize that for the most part. There is a little bit of animation whenever you click the summon, using your spell button, which is the right click button. Your character will stop attacking and I think stop moving for the most part and do its little animation.
Quest is completed.
That's another quest down. We just had to fetch an item. And we will be cashing this quest in pretty soon. You get a variety of dungeons. I kind of like this wood dungeon. It looks cool. It sticks with the theme of the overworld that we're on. And I think that's something different in this game. They tried to make the dungeons feel like an extension of the overworld. So we have we're in the forest right now. And we have the ice world that we're going to get into next. So you can see me complete all the quests here. I'm about to go back, but I want to make a portal next to the stairs. So we'll just wait a second. And since we're out of stamina, we have to slowly and painfully walk our way over to the stairs there. And go ahead and create a portal.
You step into the portal.
Alright, you know the drill. Cash in our stuff, sell our junk. We're focusing on mage stuff. Try to identify some of these items where we sell them off. It gives us a little bit of extra money. But for the most part, we're just selling our stuff. I'll probably get rid of a lot of these gems too, because I won't be able to hold on to them. They're going to start filling up our inventory. Do not sell quest items, because then you won't be able to cash on the quest. Nice juicy experience drop there.
Good day.
Looking for level 4, so we declined the level
You have
5.
gained fame.
Got to level up off that quest.
You have gained in experience and
And
skill.
got some more experience there. Okay, so more stuff to level up. We'll go with magic and vitality. And then we're going to go with some more charm and some more spellcasting. Now, another thing to notice about these stats, anything you see that has green around it, so like the charm magic there, that means it's being buffed by one of your items. So if you have an item that's affecting the stats, it'll be in green. And that's not a bad item to get. Not great, but we did get some better gloves as well. And then I did get a better hat as well, I think, yeah. It's cool looking sorcerer's hat. And 1% defense magic bonus is, or 1 plus is terrible, but that's okay. It's better than what we had.
Good day to you.
And already on this first level, we're starting to look like a mage. And I do get a quest there, level 4. Another level 4 quest
You
there.
have received the quest. Hello.
Nothing there. And this other guy over here, another level 4
You
quest.
have received a test.
So we are loaded up and ready to go into the next dungeon. I go ahead and buy an identify book, and that will be the end of this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching.